Hey everybody, this is Brad from Johnson Small Engines, better known as a one-hand mechanic. If I can do it, you can too. Today we have here a yard machine by MTD. It is an 8 horsepower Tecumseh engine with a 26-inch clearing path. This is a little older style. I just want to show you right down here. This is an 8 horsepower Tecumseh motor. These are what they call Snow Kings, and these are great motors. I'm going to show you how to start and operate this. First thing you want to do is you want to check your engine oil. This is a screw-in cap, and you have to screw this cap all the way in to check it. So you will actually have it overfilled. Now, I just changed the oil, but you can see where the full mark is in the UK in the ad. You definitely have to screw this all the way down in and make sure it's up around the full mark. And you don't want it low, but you don't want it overfilled. So just make sure that you have it where it's supposed to be. And you do have to turn it in to check it, so you have to pull it back out. We have the fuel tank here. If you can use non-ethanol fuel, it would be awesome if you have it in your area. The fuel shutoff right here, some of them did and some of them didn't have them. This has actually been put in here after the fact. You can just tell it's a newer style, but you want to make sure that this is in line with the fuel line, and that makes it on. All right, this would be off, and that's on. You can either start it with the pull cord or you can start it with the electric start. And today we're going to start it with the electric start. The throttle and everything over here to start it. You have a primer bulb that we're going to push a couple times, 1, 2 times. We have throttle, we have stop, turtle, and fast. If it's all the way down on stop, it will not run, period, because this is actually ignition switch cut off too. So all the way up on fast, I usually come down a little bit off of fast. The choke is here. Basically, over to the right is a closed position, which means it's on, and over to the left is off. So you want to have it on when you start it. And then also this has a key in it, and this key is a pull-out key. If the key is out, it's not going to start because it has it's ignition cutoff in there. So you have to have this key in. So if you guys out there have a hole for a key and it has a little key sign right here, just make sure you have the key in there or it will not start. At this point, we're going to go ahead and plug it into an electric start. And I use an extension cord that's no more than probably about 10-15 feet max. And I always try to tell people that when you use your extension cord, just make sure the extension cord is as thick as the cord on the electric start button right here, which is here. So if your cord is this thick, you'll be fine. And this one is a 16 gauge. 14 or 16 gauge is great. 3-prong plug that goes into a 3-prong plug here. Just going to plug it in. Now it's going to be short spurts. You don't want to use this. You don't hold that button down for more than a few seconds. That's all you need. If your engine is running correctly, it should start right up with all the controls set as they're supposed to be. And we already primed it, so let's give it a shot. Not sure if you guys can hear me, but as soon as it started up, it was actually choking itself. So what I did was I came down here and I turned the choke off. If it surges up and down and it doesn't want to run, just leave it on choke for a little bit. But just remember, when it's warmed up, you have to have the choke in the off position to have the machine running correctly so you don't have black smoke coming out of your muffler, and then you throttle all the way up to go and operate. Now, as far as controls go, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You have your transmission drive handle, which is here, and you have your auger control handle, which is here. I definitely recommend always keeping your auger control handle down until you see all the snow come out of your chute, and make sure it's exhausted before you let go of this handle. That will help with the clogging scenario that you will come across if you leave snow inside the machine. As far as reverse and forward, this is your control here. You should release your handle to put it into any gears, and then hit your handle down and it'll make you go. You have 2 reverse speeds. Normally the first one is very slow, and then the second one will get you going. Then you have 6 forward speeds right here, and you basically just have to let up on the handle, get into your gear that you're happy with, and then hit the handle again. If you do try to adjust the speed as you're going, it may or may not work. I just recommend taking the handle off. Now, as far as left and right on your chute is right here. This is how you turn the chute left and right. Back in the day, this was a slower process than newer ones, but it worked. It doesn't have any cable, so it's nice to use that. And as far as your tilt on your exhaust chute here, you can loosen up this T-handle right here, and then you're just gonna go point it the way you want it, and then tighten that up, and you're good to go. They also gave you, this is a handle here. That is to help you unclog. If you get a clog, that's what it's there for, but always make sure you turn off the machine. And I always have the handle facing out here, so you're not putting your hand over here where there's possible, something come out here, so have the handle sitting that way. I'm also gonna show you a couple things in the front here and a couple products. I am not sponsored by any of these people, but Aspen Fuel is definitely a great non-ethanol, 92 octane fuel that you can purchase, and it has the stabilizers in it that'll stay fresh up to 2 years in your machine and up to 5 years in the bottle. This is very good. Go ahead and read about it. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description below, just so if you want to keep if you don't use your snowblower much, definitely go out and purchase some of this. It'll keep the carburetor from having issues in the future. And you have to start with this, and don't mix it with your gas. This is gas, so you just use this only. And then we have silicone spray, which is a great product for non-stick. So you're gonna spray this in here, spray it all up in here on your augers before you go out and blow snow, and spray it up in here. And that will help the snow come out smoothly. You do have to reapply, but it's cheap, and I know there's a lot of guys that do a lot of different other things with special sealers or whatever, but silicone sprays have been around forever. You can just spray it in there every time you go out and blow snow, and it works great. Also, we have right here, we have shear pins. Okay, we have one here, we have one over here, we have one here, and we have one here. If you start blowing the snow and all of a sudden the machine doesn't seem like it's throwing it very well, check to make sure these are locked in. You have 4 different augers that actually are supposed to be all locked in just like they are in there, and they're locked in by shear pins. They are designed to shear. The pins are designed to shear. If something gets caught between the barrel and the auger, they will stop sometimes and shear a pin, and that's what they're supposed to do. So always have yourself some extra shear pins. If I can find the part number, and I'll put it in the link in the description below. Okay, so this is pretty much it for how to start a yard machine, 8 horsepower, 26-inch width with a Tecumseh Snow King engine on it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. Please subscribe, tell your friends about my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.